Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Robbie with Budget Man Outdoors. I apologize for the quality. I keep saying I'm going to buy a GoPro. Haven't done it yet. But what I have bought is some tackle here recently. We're going to do a little comparison on the Shimano Vanford with a very budget friendly Daiwa Fuego. We're going to talk about some more gear. And we're just going to run over some things that I plan on doing in upcoming videos. And hopefully within the next month, I'll be buying a GoPro and we'll be doing some underwater footage with this gear. I'm going to talk about some pros, some cons. I'm going to talk about some gear that I have tested and pros and cons of that and what I've found recently that I've really liked. And I'm all about quality for the money, the best bang for your buck. So what we'll start with is this right here. I apologize for the garage. It's a mess. It is what it is. You're going to have to bear with me. So we got the Shimano Vanford. We got the Daiwa Fuego. The Fuego is not right now loaded with line. It's just got some mono backer on it. And I'm going to be putting some of this braid on it. We'll jump ship real quick and we'll just talk about some braid. Some braid, man. This Diamond Braid X Gen 3. For the money, you can't beat it. $25 for 300 yards. It's smooth as silk. How tough it is, I don't quite know yet. But it's nice. Very few wind knots, if any. Actually, I can't think of any I've gotten out of it yet. Lays really nice. Good line. All right, back to the reels. I recently bought the Shimano Vanford. I fished with one of my buddies who's got a lot of higher end gear. Being Budget Man Outdoors, I'm all about, spending your money wisely and getting the best bang for your buck and really enjoying the outdoors and just getting the most you can out of it while at the same time trying to save a little money. Now the Vanford, awesome damn reel. Okay. My buddy had the Stratic CI4, like I said, or if I didn't say it, now I have. He told me to check out the Vanford. It's a little bit nicer. It's about the same price point as the CI4, except I think it was like $10 more. They recently went on sale with the CI4s because they were trying to clear them out for the Vanford. Now, if you look, okay, you have 37 inches of line per turn of the handle, 7+1 bearings, 6.3 ounces, 20 pounds of drag, 641 to gear ratio. Holds 170 yards at 8-pound mono. Okay. The Daiwa Fuego, 6 bearings, 34.5 inches per turn, 22 pounds of drag, 7.4, so 1.1 ounces heavier than the Vanford, 6:1 to gear ratio. Okay, now as far as mono goes, 240 yards of 8-pound. We'll compare that to the Vanford. So the spool's a little bit deeper, a little bit bigger on the 2500 compared to the 3000 Vanford. So with that being said, it holds more line. Is that necessarily a good thing? Yay, nay. Are you ever going to use that much line? Probably not. If you're getting spooled by a fish that big, it's probably too late. 22 pounds of drag, even 20 pounds of drag. You'll never use that much drag. If you use that much drag, you're going to be destroying a reel. Okay? Now, the two things that stuck out with me on these reels. The Vanford is a sealed reel. Okay? It has 2 more bearings than the Fuego. It's a saltwater, freshwater rated reel. It is very smooth. The drag click is very audible. Can you feel the difference between that 1.1 and the 6.3? Yeah, if you hold them side by side. But if I hand you this rod one day and then hand you this rod the other day, and it was the same rod with different reels on it, you wouldn't notice the weight difference. It wouldn't be that negligible. You know what I mean? It's very, very minuscule. The Fuego, what entertained me was, is this is $100 reel. You get mag sealed, which mag sealed is more or less a magnetized oil. Okay. It has the air rotor, which is a cut down weight rotor. Okay, they try to save on weight by reducing how much material they put on there. The Vanford is the same ordeal. Okay, now the makeup of the rotors themselves, that's a plastic. I don't know exactly what they're made out of on the Vanford, but I'm pretty sure it's a higher end material. Um, the bale wire is a little bit thinner than the Fuego. Um, the drag on the Fuego, the click is not as audible. It's actually very, very quiet. That's not exactly a deal breaker for me, considering that that reel was $255 out the door, and this was $100. So I can buy two of these reels and have money for line. Okay. Um, they're very similar in design. It's actually kind of funny how competitive these two companies are now. Even down to like the slots and the actual spool itself. They're both screw-in style handles. That even the knobs are very similar. I mean, almost the same design. It's crazy. Um, am I saying the Fuego is up to par with the Vanford? No, no. But if you're on a budget, you can't go wrong with the Daiwa Fuego, as far as I'm concerned. Um, how well it's going to withstand a test of time, we're going to find out, because I'm going to put both of these through their paces here when speckled trout season comes back up. Both these reels are going to get saltwater and freshwater use. And I'm here to tell you, if that Vanford takes a crap on me before this Fuego, I'm going to be really upset. Um, do I say, man, I wish I would have bought two more Fuegos? No, I'm happy about that Vanford. I got a really nice rod coming in the mail for it, and I wanted a really nice combo. I've never had a super nice spinning rod combo, and I've always wanted one just for those finesse techniques and stuff like that. And I like spinning rods, man. I like bait casters; they definitely serve their purpose, but I'm not against spinning gear. I just always have liked it, and I'd like to throw more finesse style baits, and spinning gear comes in handy for that. Some guys are, if they don't throw it on a bait caster, if you don't, you're not a real fisherman. That's not me. I don't care what you throw it on. But this is spinning gear, and this is what we're reviewing. Um, we're going to see what they're about. We're going to see if that extra $155 is worth compared to that $100. But as far as I'm concerned, you can't go wrong with this. Now, like I said, we haven't done test of time, but we're going to talk about something that I have put a lot of fish on and why I'm willing to give the Fuego a try. Excuse the boat. I had a tournament and stuff's just thrown in here. So, anyways, the Daiwa BG. I heard so many rants and raves about it and just how tough it was, and it was the direct competitor to the Penn battle. As you'll see, right next to it, we have a Penn battle. I've had this for 6-something years. That right there will tell you how much I fished with it. And if you look at the back side of that stem that goes to the reel seat, you'll notice the paint's wore off where my finger has been resting on it. You can see where it's been beat up in a boat. See that rod? It's seen better days. Okay. That reel is still working. Drag still smooth as butter. Caught in striper, bass, puppy drum, trout, everything. Okay. This guy right here, she's only got one seasoning so far on the saltwater, but that's a good test on a reel. That reel right there has handled some big for my local waters, 28-inch, 30-inch plus puppy drum who fight. Uh, Nice size striper. I mean, I'm going speckled trout fishing, and you just happen to hook up on something that you weren't expecting, and that's what happens. Holds a butt ton of line on it, man. I can't quite remember. Let's look at it here. Braid. 15-pound test, 190 yards. That's quite a bit of braid. Okay. It's nothing to scoff at. This is a 2500 size reel, by the way. It doesn't have mag seal, though. I don't understand why they did it on the Fuego that's $20 cheaper. This reel is heavier by quite a bit. It's like 10 ounces. But it's a tank. It's a tank. I'll give you that. When I get home, I just literally rinse it off with the hose. I don't give no special treatment. She's still smooth as butter. The Fuego, when I tried it, the first one, which is this one, told you there. I bought this one. This is a 25. This is 3,000 I just bought. That box is for the 25 that I just showed you. Okay, so don't get that confused. I've caught some fish on this. Smooth as butter. I like it so far. What got me started on this whole escapade after I bought the Vanford was I bought a Nasci. This Nasci was $105 off Amazon. 2500 size. Good looking reel. I mean, I can't really complain about that. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's a $100 reel. I don't think you get what you get out of that Daiwa for $100 out of this. I think you're paying for the name, Shimano. They say this is a sealed reel, which we're going to find out. But you see that little pin down there? Because it's a hex-handled handle. Okay, so that means it has that little hexagon shaft that goes all the way through the reel. And then the cap on the other side is what actually threads into it. Well, there's just a slightest bit of slop in it. And you don't really notice it until you start fishing with a reel that actually screws all the way in. And then there's no slop. And it definitely changes the way it feels. Is the Nasci smooth? Absolutely. But you get more bearings with the Fuego. The drag is a little bit more audible on the Nasci, but it's heavier than the Fuego. Not by much, by just a little. The Fuego, screw and handle. So it just takes away a lot of that slop that the Nasci still has. But we're going to, once again, put them through the test. We're going to see who wins. This is, I guess you can call it the $100 reel challenge. It kind of started with this guy. And then I bought this guy. Then I bought the Nasci. Then I bought a Fuego. Liked my Fuego so much, I bought another Fuego. And I know I keep talking Fuego. I'm just excited about the market at $100 price point. You can really go out there and buy a decent reel now. It used to be pretty much you had your limits of like a Penn Battle 2 or a Penn Battle 1. And they pretty much had the corner, they had the corner of the market. I mean, it was just cornered. And I know that probably didn't make sense, but whatever. Then you had the Nascis, and that was pretty much it. That's what you had. And I'm not knocking the Nasci, but Daiwa was giving them a run for the money, man. And I'm not brand loyal at all. I got Penns, I got Abus. I've got Revo Rocket here. Got a Corrado 201XG on this rod. I got G Loomis rods, Johnny Morris rods, Abu rods, Fenwick rods, St. Croix rods. And that's what we're going to finish up with, the Dobyns. Okay. Now, St. Croix. I was impressed at first, but I think I just wanted to tell myself I was impressed. The Triumph is like the step cousin of the Premier series. Premier is made in USA. These are made in Mexico. They're made on two different blanks, but this blank is definitely noticeably crappier than the Premier. The guides are the same as far as I understand. The cork is still the same as far as I understand. But man, for I think I paid $110 for this rod. I felt okay with it at first, and I was like, man, instead of spending 160 on a Premier, because Premiers went up in price around my area as far as over time. They used to be $100 rod. Now they're like 150, 160 bucks, depending on where you go. And then Triumph came out. Triumph was like the new Premier, and it was the way of still spending $100, 120, 110, and depending on where you buy it, and you get a St. Croix. And St. Croix, well, everybody knows they make some of the best rods. It's like St. Croix G Loomis. If you don't have one of those, you don't have a rod. Which I don't believe that. Actually, my little Fenwick HMG over there, man, I love that little rod. But anyways, so I bought one, and is it a bad rod? Nah. Is it the best rod for the $100, $120 price point? No, not by a long shot. And that's what we're going to talk about. This rod over here. Nope, not that one, because that's a $100 rod. Nope, not the Veritas. The Dobyns Fury line. The Dobyns Fury line. Let me tell you guys. I got the 702 and the 703, which is a medium light and a medium action, both 7-foot rods, spinning gear, obviously. Both of these are getting the Fuego treatment, as I keep talking about. But let me tell you, this guy right here, it is just light as a feather for the money. I mean, even for, I keep saying for the money, it's just light. Okay. The guides, really nice guides for the money. Okay. It's a bare naked blank with minimum epoxy, just like my G Loomis E6X. Okay. They do a naked blank right here, and then they just do bare minimum epoxy where they need to on the guide wraps and everything like that, and it cuts down on weight. Well, Dobyns, they did the same thing, but these have been out for a while, and I've been sleeping on them, guys. And let me tell you, these blanks are high modulus graphite blanks, which when you think of that, just think sensitivity. They're extremely sensitive. This is not their bottom of the barrel. I think they have another one. It's like the Colt or something, which is like a $60 rod. Haven't fished it, so I can't say, I can't speak on it. These are $120 at my local Field and Stream. Whoa. It feels like a much higher end rod when it comes to sensitivity. It is phenomenal for the money. I bought one for drop shot and then one for jerk baits. It's insane. I don't understand why they did the EVA on the bottom and the cork on the top, but hey, whatever. It looks good. It's just a great rod, man. It loads up nice. Fishes really well. Warranty? Jesus, man. You break it and it was your fault? Take this section. Cut it out. Cut it out. Send them a picture first and say, hey, I broke my rod. I slammed in the door of my truck. $50 for this Fury series. Send them $50 in the mail with that piece and an envelope. You ain't got to ship the whole rod. They'll give you a whole new rod for free. Well, I say free, $50. But now if it's a manufacturer defect, you take a picture of that defect. Let them approve it. Okay? They'll say, yeah, that was a rod defect. They'll give you a rod for free. Okay? I don't even know if you have to pay shipping, but even if you did, whoop-de-did, okay? Say it was a manufacturer defect, and you go, man, but I really do like the Dobyns Champion series, and I want to upgrade. They'll give you a full credit of that rod to go towards the Champion series. You can upgrade, okay? I'm telling you, I've been sleeping on this company. I've had a lot of friends fish them in the past, and I'm like, I don't really know about them. I don't really know if I want to take a shot at it. Man, give them a shot, man. I'm telling you, I'm impressed. But needless to say, guys, I know I got sidetracked. We're gonna put these guys through the paces. We're gonna see what happens. This is Robbie, Budget Man Outdoors. Y'all be blessed out there. Be safe out there. I know this corona shit's, got a lot of people down in the dumps. Me personally, I'm an outdoor kind of guy. I'm always fishing anyway, so I ain't really too worried about big crowds or anything like that. But I know a lot of people can't afford to do this kind of stuff, and I'm blessed to be able to do it. And so if you are in the market for a cheaper, I say cheaper, this isn't a $40 combo or even a $100 combo, but a nice that good high-end feel rod for a good price, I'm gonna have to say it, man. Dobyns and the Fuego is the way to go. Check them out. Fury line Fuego from Daiwa. Check it out. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.